Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt with 86. This one is a bit different than what I intended, but I decided to make a video regardless, and I'll explain what I'm talking about here in a second. When I ordered my Angel Horn HP H002, I selected a sandwood one off of the options when I purchased. What I got was a mahogany one that appeared to be a returned product. When I went back to check my order and click on the link, it just redirects me to the two colors of which I didn't choose, and it doesn't show my selection at all. I debated returning it, but hey, this is part of the game sometimes, so let's run with it. In the box, I found an unsecured tone arm and some kind of crummy repackaging techniques. I'll leave it at that and hope that new products are not shipped the same way, assuming that this is a reboxed return that got sent to me. Maybe the error was on me for not looking closer at what I selected, but I can't really go back and audit what I did now. Setup was pretty simple, from installing the belt to the platter to the motor spindle. And then of course setting up the counterweight was pretty straightforward. Balance the tone arm at 0 and then adjust the weight entirely for the gram force required for the cartridge you're using. In the case of these, they come with an Audio-Technica ATN 3600L, and I would recommend a small inexpensive gram weight. This can be very useful here if you have one. Sometimes these counterweights don't always get it right. The turntable itself very much resembles the RetroLife turntable that I took a look at not too long ago, but feels a little lower in quality, especially with the creaky dust filter that just feels like it breaks every time I raise and lower it. Take a listen. Like the RetroLife turntable, it also has a 3-point contact rubber vibration absorbent feet on the bottom, which is great, but has a smaller 10-inch metal platter, which isn't bad, but it feels a little less whole to me, I guess, might be the best way to put it. The next problem I encountered was the ATN 3600L stylus. It was damaged. It sounded horrible. Now, most needles have a break-in time that you need to go through, but this wasn't about break-in time, this was just broke. I didn't have another ATN 3600L cartridge to put on there, but I do have an Ortophone Omega cartridge that I did put on there. Without a doubt, it was a massive improvement over the defective 3600L that was on there, but realistically, it's fairly on par with a functional 3600L if you ask me. I debated if I should do the sound test since I did modify it at this point to make it functional. I decided I would, but because I'm using an Ortophone Omega card due to the broken 3600L that came with mine, it may not be the best example to offer you, so I would take some of this with a grain of salt. On the flip side, it may still be worth the example of a cheap modification that can be executed and really kind of increase the performance of the turntable you get. With the permission of artists, I'll be using a personal printer vinyl 180 gram polycarbonate lathe vinyl cut with LiQWYD's Sweet over the Bestson SR04Fs, using the built-in preamp on the Angel Horn H002. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a listen so you can see what you think. And again, just remember, it's an Ortophone Omega cartridge, not the ATN 3600L, because it was unusable on mine. On the backside rear of the turntable, you have a ground line screw, your left-right plugins, a toggle switch for bypassing the built-in preamp and going phono to a receiver or phono preamp, a DC input for power, and the Bluetooth indicator light, as well as the power toggle switch. Now, this turntable does broadcast Bluetooth out automatically when enabled. It will pair with compatible speakers automatically. The Bluetooth standard on these turntables is Bluetooth 5. When you're plugged direct into line, though, it doesn't bother trying to broadcast. It'll just play over the line out. Now, I mentioned the Bluetooth thing because it's important to know, as all of theirs come with Bluetooth now. However, the one I got anticipating it to have Bluetooth does not have Bluetooth. The Bluetooth indicator light will be located where I said it was, but on mine it's just not there because there appears to be no Bluetooth option on the model I got, despite clicking on the link to be redirected to the one I thought I bought that has Bluetooth. The front left has quick select for 33 and 45, and those interested in fine-tuning anti-skating can do so in the rear of the tone arm by employing the patience and trial and error method. For the average end user, though, in all honesty, you can bypass this step. For the perfectionist, however, it's something you can adjust. After some time of being powered on, the turntable will require you to turn it off and then back on again. This is how you're going to have to be able to reactivate the platter. In case you encounter any issues where you move the tone arm and the platter doesn't spin, it means that it was likely on for too long and has shut itself down. It seems to be some sort of standby or power saver type of mode. There's no auto toggle when the tone arm reaches the innermost part of the vinyl. It will spin for quite some time until the turntable decides to do this and shut itself off. And this will again require you to do the mentioned turn it off, turn it back on again. My ending thoughts are maybe skewed because of my experience, glance, it's pretty and a decent looking little turntable. The experience I went through makes it a little bit bitter for me though, so I probably should reserve some of my thoughts. I hope for anyone purchasing this to have a better outcome than I did. Have a great day, night, whatever it is, and I'll see you guys in the next video I do.